it wasn't easy, to be honest. It wasn't easy. I had sleepless nights. I had times when I cried. I had times when I'm like, I'm not sure I can do this, but here I am, smiling like a fish because God is good. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Gifted Precious, and guys, thank you so much for the love of my previous videos. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments. I see it all. And if you're just stopping by my channel for the first time, I hope you like it here, and I hope you choose to stay by clicking the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified when I post new videos. See that flow, guys. Anyway, I'm super excited today. Yes, it's after my birthday. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Like, I've not even gotten through all the messages I got to reply. Like, guys, if possible, I'm going to respond to each and every one of you one after the other. But guys, please bear with me till when I'm able to respond to all the messages. I see it all and I don't take it for granted one bit. Anyway, today, like, I am super hyped because if you send the title, anyway, you've sent the title and that's why you've clicked and that's why you're watching. I started my master's in the UK in January. I started late, actually. I just saw a message and it made me laugh. Anyway, I started my master's in January in engineering business management. Guys, I don't know, when I tell people I'm studying engineering business management, like, yo, like, sabi, you know book, but it's not that deep, yeah. But I started my master's in January, and it's been I don't know, but it's been God, because this channel is all about God. I did not come this far. I can't do it without God. It's been God so far, and I got my results. Is studying in the UK difficult? Yeah, it's hard bit. It's not, if you watch my previous videos, it's not the normal thing we're used to. I graduated from FUTO. Yes, FUTO is not easy. Yeah, it's not one of the easiest schools. I think FUTO is, I don't know if they still maintain their glory, but I went to FUTO because of the high standard. Like, if you talk about going to FUTO, Federal University of Technology, where they had like really high standards when it comes to teaching and everything. And studying in FUTO, I graduated with like a very good grade, a 2-1, and it was good. Now, coming here, I was thinking, oh, it's business as usual. I remember going to class because I resumed late. It was, I missed like the beginning parts. Like, one thing, if you're studying in the UK, try and come early so that you can join in the induction especially for international students, because we do not know how the system works. Like, there are a lot of things that I don't even still know, to be very honest. Like, there are still a lot of things that I don't know, but I try as much as possible to ask questions, like, especially from my course mates and my colleagues, even my lecturers. If I don't understand, I email you, like, and the good thing is that they respond to your emails, even if not immediately, but they would surely respond. And that's one good thing I like. But seeing my results, when I started, like, I'm doing 7 courses in total, aside my dissertation and my internship. I'll come to that later. Aside my dissertation and my internship, I'm doing 7 courses. So in the first term, I did 4 full courses done, and the 5th one I started, but the 5th one is the term 1 and the term 2. So I did the requirements for the term 1 and I concluded that. So the term 2 is about to start, and by the grace of God, we will do that. Now, for my term 1 courses, I did, let's say, 5 courses in total. And some of them require that you do your individual assessment. And one thing is, here in the UK, most of the things, like, you're not sitting for an exam. The only course I have to sit for an exam is in the next term. That's this term I'm about to start. And that's just the only course I would ever, like, sit for an exam. But the other ones, you're writing essays. So you have the individual essays and you have the group essay. Now, when I started, the first essay I wrote wasn't so great. Like, I got my result and I was like, what is this? Like, I was actually going to email the lecturer, but on the second time I was like, just chill. Like, it's not that deep, because they tell you when you see your results, don't bother. It's your result. Like, if you feel it's not your result, you can, but it's just it. Do you understand? Like, they are marking. They're not biased when marking and all of that. Like, they don't even know whose report they are marking. Yeah, that's just how it is. So when I saw my result the first time, it was like, what is this? Do you understand? Like, I felt really bad because I remember calling my mom and she was like, no, don't worry, you pull through. Because one thing is starting early. I get really anxious about a lot of things. Like, I am one very person that I get really anxious. Now know when I'm close to a deadline and I don't do something. It's worse. So I don't like to wait till my, even from my undergraduate, I don't like to wait till my deadline and then start to rush something. I love to take my time. So I'm going to read out one of the courses that really got me. Like, okay, my result on the 5 courses I got. Okay, one of them, I've not seen my total score because I just wrote like 2 assignments, and the first assignment I got like an 83 and the second one I got like a 93. So that's like a good start for the course that I will be concluding in the next time. But the other 4 courses, I got 2 A's and 2 B's, and the B's, they are really high B's, and that's why I'm really very angry. But read this report. I wrote a 4,000 worded report on a course, and this is what my lecturer had to say. I got an A, mind you. Like, this is what my lecturer had to say. But before I read out what my lecturer said, I need you to understand some tips that helped me in writing my, sorry, I'm looking at my laptop here, so I'm trying to open up the result. Yeah, so I wrote a 4,000 worded report, and one thing is, at the start of the term they will always give you what to write. Like, they always tell you, this is the prompt, this is what I want to see in your essay when you write your essay. Now, as you go, like this course, as you go, like for every class there is something you would take out that you would need for your essay. Do you understand? For every class, there's something you will take out that you need for your essay. So when they give out the essay prompt, I already know, like, this is what is expected of me to write, because I know they usually set out a day. That's one thing. Do not miss class, guys. Like, do not miss class. Yes, I know that sometimes you be like, I'm going to go back and rewatch. Being in the class is, there's this feeling, because you're understanding firsthand. Like, if you feel like their accent is, or they speak too fast, record. I've really not had an issue with maybe recording or maybe not understanding what they say. Like, it's really not difficult anyway. But if you put your head down, if you really do, you have a problem with understanding how they speak, or they speak too fast, record it. Because most of my courses, the sessions are recorded, so I can go back. Even if I'm in the class, I like to go back and rewatch the classes. But try as much as possible not to miss classes. And if you do, that's not a problem, but just try not to miss classes and try and start really early, because you do not want to have, like, this course I wrote, or this essay I wrote, I finished writing the essay like 2 weeks before my deadline. Like, within the 2 weeks to my deadline, I was just looking through, reading, like doing the final, like just here and there, and just fine-tuning it. But I was really done 2 weeks before my deadline. Like, I really didn't, because I started early. Like, even as much as I really will not sit down at a spot and write all the essays, I take my time. In a day, in a week, I might not do anything, but when I decide to, I really do. I'm going to maybe make a separate video of how I like write my essays, but I'll just talk a few on this one. I created a WhatsApp group. It was just me and my partner in the group. So what I do is, if I search for something and I feel, oh, I need this this resource, I copy the link or I download it and put it in the group. So, excuse me, I copy the link, or I download the PDF and put it in the group, so I know I don't forget, and I tag it for this course. So I know that when I want to go back, I already know that, okay, I have this resource here. I just put it in the WhatsApp group. If I have a link, I post it in the group. So little by little. And for me, reading from a screen is really, somehow, I really do not like it because of my eyes. So I try to print. Now, printing is not cheap. So I just print like very few that I need, like I really, really need. And I just try to read from my screen, basically. So what I do is, if I have to print it, I print it out and then I read. Like, I just read through all the things I need to write and have a deep understanding for myself. One thing is loving a course, understanding what you want to write, because if you don't understand what you're writing about or what you're talking about, you cannot flow. That's just the fact. If you don't understand the course, if you do not like the course, you will not flow. So try to first understand what you want to write. Like, talk about it with yourself, think about it. This is what I want to write, this is how I want my essay to flow, so that when the person is reading, put yourself in the shoes of who is reading your essay. Is it flowing to you? Do you understand what you're reading? If you don't understand it, like, how do you expect somebody to understand? I don't know if it makes sense, but I'm going to read out what like, did I say the report of what my lecturer, like the feedback, yeah, that's the word, the feedback. So they have, like, I think 5 criterias English. Should we see what they talk? The first criterion, he said, marker to enter criterion below. He says, work shows a systematic knowledge with a well-defined focus on the chosen subject area, evidence of critical awareness of current problems, much of which is informed by this module. It demonstrates some evidence of outside reading and appropriate use of references. If you come from Nigeria, you know that, yes, some lecturers are big on referencing. I did my projects with a professor in my school then, so I understand what it means to reference, in as much as he was not really, yeah, but I did my project on that with a professor, and it was like, we shall do one. But here, you cannot just lift up something and not reference. I'm going to, maybe in my next video, I'm going to tell you some tools that really helped me in my report writing and everything, like in referencing, in paraphrasing. You can't just pick up someone's word and write it like that. Now you talk, no, but you have to paraphrase, in as much as you're still citing, but you have to paraphrase, like, in your own words. I'm going to, like, probably in my next video, I'm going to put up all these tips, like everything that helped me get, like, really good grades, A's, and really good B's in my essays. The second criteria, he said, mostly high quality literature is used appropriately with good critical analysis. The referencing and bibliography completely comply with the standard set out in this module. So for every module, they tell you the kind of referencing. There's APA, there's AVAD. So depending on the specific, I know for some courses I used APA, for some I use AVAD. So depending on the specific standard for your module, that's what you will use. If they say you should use AVAD and you're going to use APA, problem. So that's one. Then the third thing he said was, work displays a comprehensive understanding of case studies, skills, and techniques. It shows originality in choosing and applying case study techniques and good understanding of how the applied techniques are used to create and interpret arguments for this chosen subject. So now I was supposed to use a case study. I started with one case study at first, but I realized that I wasn't flowing. Like, that case study wasn't my thing. So I stopped using it entirely. Then I chose another one. The one I chose was really broad. Like, imagine using a very big company that goes through, like, it's worldwide. It was really broad for me, but I had to, like, because I know they had what I wanted. So one thing is research. If you have to use a case study, research on a case study first. You don't, like, even if you start and you see that I'm not getting a lot of materials, I'm not getting a lot of things on this case study, stop. Because it's better you do something that you have a lot of information on than just starting up something and then halfway you're stuck and you really cannot go back. I don't know if you understand. I don't know if it makes sense. But if you're researching a case study, because I had to research a case study, truth is, Google is your friend. A lot of people have done things on what you're researching for. A lot of people, you're not the first. You're not going to be the last. So a lot of people have done things on that thing you want to talk about or you want to write about. So research. If you're doing a case study, research on things people have written around that subject. Rephrase the topic. Search about it. You will see things. That's one thing. The last remark, he said, analysis demonstrates some originality, using sound arguments to support the conclusion. It shows evidence of critical thinking and reasoning. The structure is highly logical and well presented. Work is easy to read. Guys, like, this is a general comment on how, like, the heading is general comments on how to improve. Like, it didn't really say you did bad in this place or improve on this. Like, overall the essay was great. Like, I'm proud of I'm proud of myself. I'm going to read that again if you did not hear. It says, analysis demonstrates some originality using sound arguments to support the conclusion. It shows evidence of critical thinking and reasoning. The structure is highly logical and well presented. Work is easy to read. Like I said, if you cannot read and understand what you wrote, how do you expect somebody to understand? So the thing is studying in the UK difficult? I think starting early, knowing what you're writing, I wouldn't say it is difficult, because the mindset I've always had is, if people have come here and passed, why can't I? Like, do they have two heads? No. But the truth is, it can be hard. The number of nights I have cried, the number of nights I'm like, I call my mom and my partner and I'm like, God, this is difficult, and they're like, no, you can't do it, take your time. And one thing is pray, guys. There are nights that I can't sleep because of my exes, and I'm like, God, you didn't bring me here to fail. Like, no, you did not bring me to the UK to come and be getting, like, I'm not saying if you get a C but that's not what I want for myself. So you didn't bring me here to fail. And there's a Bible passage that says, James 1 verse 5, I'm going to read it. It says, if any one of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives to all men generously and without reproaching, and it will be given him. Guys, if you need wisdom, ask. Like, I say, God, I cannot come here and be God. That's not your plan for me, because your thoughts for me are good. I can't come here and be failing. It's not possible, because it was difficult. I was really down at a point, because I was like, God, no, now. I was getting good grades in Nigeria. I cannot come here now and be doing, that's not your plan for me. So if you lack wisdom, that is why I say read, like one thing that has helped me from uni, like my undergrad till now, is asking God, praying like I didn't read, and reading like, I didn't even talk to God about my grades, because God is the center of it all. And to be honest, I just gave God all the glory, because it wasn't easy. To be honest, it wasn't easy. I had sleepless nights. I had times when I cried. I had times when I'm like, I'm not sure I can do this, but here I am smiling like a fish, because God is good. That's just it. So getting good grades, getting A's in the UK is achievable. Like it is 100% achievable, but you just have to put in the work. Pray, do your research. I think in my next video I'm just going to, or just tell me what you want. Do you want me to make a video of the things I used in, or just tips that helped me in, or basically things I use to help me get these good grades? One is God. I can't even take him out of it, but there are also like I had to put in the work. Anyway, I've come to the end of this video. I think it's getting too lengthy. I really do not like my videos too lengthy, so that you can watch and not get bored. I mean, how would you even get bored looking at me? But then again, yeah. But I'm just going to end this video here. Please, if you've not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. Just help your girl grow. Like, you know the drill. Share with your friends. If you know you have plans, or you have anybody that have plans of coming to the UK, it's not like this is the right time to even start like researching your courses, because I know that your courses are already up for you. Like, if you're at the stage of already leaving, your courses are already up for you. That's one mistake I did. I didn't research my course. I didn't even know anything about, like, not really research my course, but research my modules. That's the correct statement, because they send out your modules to you. But I just looked at it and like, it looked strange. But yeah, just try and have an understanding of what your course is about and the kind of modules you'll be taking. And try to come early, like try to resume early, follow in the things that are set for you as new students, international students, so you can just like flow. Honestly, just start early if it is possible. That's just the whole thing. And yeah, if you have any question, just respond to let's chat in the comment section, or send me an email, or just reach out to me on my social media handles. I think it's always on the screen. And if you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified when I post new videos. And I will see you in my next video. Stay safe and be good. Bye.